Life is precious, and children show us the joy of simple pleasures. Life is also harsh, and sometimes its pressures paralyze the hopes we felt on the playgrounds of our youth.
How does someone so perfect feel so insecure as to scar her skin with cuts and burns and still want to hurt more?
Let's work together to find hope through kindness and give each of us a reason to stay.
From a home or a person, and you can look at any situation and you can find what's good or positive, or what did I learn, or what can I take away from this. But if you've never been taught that, if you've never seen it, if you've never been given that skill to cope, then that's hopelessness. And
One human truth is that people will do what you do, and not necessarily what you say. A Lakota teaching is that if you walk, they will follow.
And whether it's positive or negative, if you're a leader in any negative or positive aspect, people will follow you. And as it relates to suicide, if somebody were to say, hey, let's go jump off a bridge, and if those people look up to you, they're jumping with you. But that's where, in a lot of cases too, you could find who the leaders are. Some will jump, some won't. And the ones that won't jump are the ones that are actually leaders themselves, and they don't realize it until they see it for themselves when they don't jump.
Leadership comes in many forms. Some people take the bull by the horns and make things happen. Others influence in ways they never thought possible.
Figuring out how to be a good leader. I think everybody has a little bit of leader in them. A leader is someone who influences someone else. And I mean, if you think about you personally, there are probably lots of people you influence every day. I think people don't understand that they're leaders just every day. I mean, you don't have to be the chairman. You don't have to be a teacher. You don't have to be a director. There is somebody in your life that's following you. So you're a leader, and you should really assume that responsibility in a good way, I think.
People show kindness in many ways. A look, a smile, a word, or a question can make a difference in the lives of others.
When I was 16 years old, I was sitting and drinking with about 8 of my friends. We were all, drinking, and one of my friends asked me, they said, Jerry, why are you so angry whenever you drink? You get really angry. And, I had a little bit of liquid courage in me. I was drinking, and, I said, finally, I sat there and I said, you want to know why? It's because when I was 7 years old, I was sexually molested. And I was told not to say anything about it because it would cause, family feuds, people fighting, whatever. Well, it bothered me. And when I was 14 years old, I attempted to commit suicide. And I was rushed to the Rapid City Regional Hospital, and they saved me. Luckily, I didn't have no organ damage or brain damage. But whenever I woke up that morning, because I didn't know what was going on, I was thinking, why in the hell am I still here? Like, I want to get rid of this anxiety. I want to get rid of this hurt feeling, this sad feeling. It just burdens me every single day. Feels like I can't even breathe because the pain is so strong. I didn't know how to communicate with my family and tell them that, this is why I'm hurting, or this is, I don't know why I'm hurting. It's just unbearable. It's a pain that you will never understand unless you know depression, unless you know anxiety, unless you know sadness like I felt. And I didn't think because I was 7 years old that it would follow me all the way until I was 16. So I was telling my friends, what I went through and how I felt, and almost all of them except for a couple, came to me and they told me, they said, Jerry, I thought I was the only one. You never look like a person that would have gotten sexually molested, ever. But I was sexually molested too, and they start slowly standing up and telling me, and we all cried together. Like, really? I'm not the only one? Like, it happened to you too? Like, I'm not happy that it happened to you, but you don't know how alone I felt. You don't know how it affected me, knowing that I couldn't talk to anybody about what happened to me. The anxiety alone killed me. And because I wasn't given healthy communication skills, I didn't tell anybody about it. I didn't think they understood. And so from that day forward, I learned to cope with it, deal with it. Like, what am I doing drinking every day? I have my sisters. I call them my sisters now because they're not just friends. We support each other, and we rely on each other for happiness.
Patience, listening, and communicating your experiences are all acts of kindness, as much as a look or a smile. How can you know what hope looks like if you have never seen it?